Yo, what's going on, guys? I'm Jay Cartere, and in this video I'm gonna share my thoughts on something that just happened yesterday. It seems like beef is ever present in the world of hip-hop right about now, and because we record the Talk About It podcast on Tuesday, we didn't get a chance to share our thoughts on what's going on at the moment. So I'm just gonna say, Kanye West versus Wiz Khalifa is going on at the moment. I don't know if it's continuing. I think it might have hit a resolve. I don't know if they're gonna like have diss tracks or little subliminals and stuff, but it seems like it's a very weird situation. First of all, Kanye renamed his upcoming album Swish to Waves. And after he done that, Wiz Khalifa had a problem with it, and he subtweeted Kanye saying, "Please don't take the wave." And then his next tweet was like, "Max B is the wavy one. He created the wave. There is no wave without him." And obviously, I remember Max B. Max B was popping once upon a time. He was very popular. Everyone was talking about him, and I think he originated that term wavy, and everyone was like, "Oh, I'm wavy," and all this sort of shit, and everyone wanted to make wavy music. So obviously I can understand where Wiz Khalifa is coming from. I don't know why he's sticking up for Max B. I don't know if they have some sort of relationship or anything, but Wiz Khalifa then tweeted a couple more things saying, "He's the reason I sing on all my songs. That's the wave. If there's nothing with that sound, it's not wavy." And then he basically tweeted out a couple of Max B's songs to just maybe reintroduce Max B to the world, because he has been in jail for a while and people might not know who he is. And then he also tweeted about Max B #1 trending, free the wave. And then he said, "Hit this KK and become yourself." And that is like one of the most pivotal moments in this Twitter beef. It seems like Kanye West misinterpreted this and thought that he was saying hit that Kim Kardashian. So let me go through Kanye's tweets. Kanye started off by saying, "Oh, niggas must think I'm not petty because I'm the best that's ever made music." Like, just saying wild shit, like typical Kanye. And then he says like, "Oh, that's Ye, and I can put his wife's initials on my Twitter." Then he ats Wiz Khalifa on some real G shit to let him know this ain't no subtweet shit. He's gonna say your name. And then he comes out with, "Bro, first of all, you stole your whole shit from Cudi." Then he says, "Second, your first single was corny as fuck and most thereafter." And then he says, "Work hard, play hard," and he's got like a little Kim Kardashian crying face. He's just totally taking the piss out of Wiz Khalifa. Then he says, "You have distracted from my creative process." He said, "I went to look at your Twitter and you were wearing cool pants." Like, where's this shit coming from? I don't see the relevance. He's just really digging into Wiz. He wasn't even that aggressive towards Kanye, but like Kanye he seems like he's really taking it to heart and he's getting emotional. Then he says, "Third, no one I know has ever listened to one of your albums all the way through." This is just one of the cheekiest things that someone can ever say. And then he says, "Fourth, you let a stripper trap you," which is obviously talking about Amber Rose. And then he says, "Fifth, I know you mad every time you look at your child that this girl has got you for 18 years. Then he says, "Sixth, don't ever come out the side of your neck at me. Seventh, I am your OG and I will be respected as such. And eighth, I made it so we could wear tight jeans." So basically he's saying that he came out with the tight jeans, he made it okay, and now Wiz Khalifa is like jumping on that style. And then he says, "Ninth, me and Cudi created this shit. 10th, don't you ever in your fucking life speak sideways about a nigga that's fighting for us. I do this for all of us. 11th, I showed you respect as a man when I met you. 12th, you wouldn't have a child if it wasn't for me." I don't know where the fuck that came from. You wouldn't have a child if it wasn't for me. Maybe he's talking about the fact that no one would really know about Amber Rose, so like she wouldn't be famous and Wiz wouldn't have been able to scope her, but he could have still had a child. I don't know what Wiz's balls have anything to do with Kanye. But then he goes, "You own waves, I own your child." What the fuck? Now this is just some wild shit. Like, where's he coming from? He's just saying some outlandish wild crap. Like, I'm surprised that Wiz hasn't come back with any like outlandish wild shit towards Kanye, but he's keeping it pretty cool at the moment. Then he says, "14th, nigga, it's called creativity. Hashtag, you should try it someday." Then he goes on to say, 15th, "Nigga, I tried to call you and you changed your number." So it seems like he tried to hit up Wiz to see what's up, to like like smooth the situation over, but apparently Wiz has changed his number. Then he says 16th, don't even hint at mentioning me, my family, or my wife. I am your OG. Then he says 17th, I think you dress cool. I wish I was skinny and tall. And then he says, maybe I couldn't be skinny and tall, but I'll settle for being the greatest artist of all time as a consolation. Now, he's just saying super wild, audacious things. Like, I wish we would just say things based on fact. But, yeah, so in my eyes, he's losing this argument. He looks like a bitch at the moment. Then he says, don't ever, ever, ever come out the side of your motherfucking neck, bro, or bra, or however you say it, Mr. Waves. So now he's just repeating himself. And then he says, thank you from the extra promotion, Waves, available February 11th. And then he says, what's sad is I love Wiz and I love all my brothers and all people. So now it just sounds like he's hitting that KK, like Wiz said. He's high off Saturn and he's just chatting shit at the moment. Then he says, I love the world, bottom line, all I want is peace and positive energy. Then he says, this album is actually a gospel album. And lastly, he says, good energy, positive energy. And Wiz Khalifa responded by saying, KK is weed full, reasons why you're not wavy, go back to Swish. Wiz won this argument for me because he just kept it simple. Even though where he's coming from, I don't actually agree with him. Like, Kanye went all over the place and he just seemed like a child. And then he said, I've been smashed the idea of that album even existing. I got joints to roll at Kanye West. And then after that, Kanye actually deleted all his tweets. He said, I'm going to take these down because it's all about positive energy, blessings, positive energy, blessings. Then he says the devil can't stop us in the lab with Ian Connor, by the way. I don't know how that's relevant. Who gives a shit about him being in the lab with Ian Connor? Ian Connor doesn't even make any music. He's just some sort of fashion guy. Then he says, man, it's a sad day. Wiz lost 2 million followers since I tweeted. I didn't mean to ether him like that. He actually says either, but I'm assuming he meant ether. I don't know what either someone is, so I'm hoping he meant ether. He finally says, I'm happy that now I know that KK means weed. Please excuse the confusion. Now back to Waves. So he didn't even say sorry or anything like that, or like admit that he was... He kind of came on this positive thing, but there was no apologies exchanged or anything like that. So it seems like things are still a bit heated. Obviously, these guys don't seem like gangbangers or real road guys or anything like that. So I doubt it's going to be anything outside of music. It would be interesting to hear some sideways lines and shit like that in the music, subliminals and disses and stuff like that. And then Amber Rose came out of nowhere, like. Amber Rose is obviously Wiz Khalifa and Kanye's ex, and she says, Kanye West, are you mad? I'm not around to play in your arsehole anymore. Fingers in the booty ass bitch. And that's kind of where we end things. So Amber came to defend her baby daddy and throw some shots at Kanye. So, and apparently what we're getting from this is Kanye West acts like a child. And apparently he likes a finger in his bum now and then. So I'm asking you guys, does that make him gay? I personally don't think so, because being gay means you're attracted to a man. It has nothing to do with you taking things in your bum. But even a guy getting fucked by a girl with a strap on is technically not gay, although that is extremely questionable. Men do have a G-spot in their ass and whatnot, so maybe Kanye and guys that like a finger in their ass are having the time of their lives and we just don't know. My question to you guys is, would you ask a girl to finger your bum? Do you think liking fingers in his booty hole makes Kanye gay? And do you think this sort of information is going to hurt Kanye's career at all? Leave your answers in the comment section below. Also, what do you think about this whole beef between Wiz and Kanye? Do you think it's going to lead to anything? Do you think they're going to just call it? Do you think there's going to be, little digs on music and stuff? Let me know what you think's going to happen and leave your comments in the comment section below, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Like and subscribe, all that good stuff. Follow me on Twitter, and yeah, I'll see you guys next time.